Hello everybody, my name is Jeremy and this is Java 1 Week 1, and for my first project in Java I went ahead and decided to do a temperature conversion, which will basically convert Fahrenheit to Celsius and back and forth with this switch right here. It also gets current weather, which is actually just pulls random words from an array that I use in a for loop as well. So if I go ahead and click on that check now for weather, it'll tell me it's stormy. And if I do the hill, I click it again, it'll give me another random. And you can see here that it will just run through the for loop until it actually receives that proper random number that was generated. And for the conversion, I'm going to show you on this side, which is actually running on my device. So we're going to go ahead and convert 100 degrees Fahrenheit and convert it to Celsius. We're going to go ahead and hit convert. And it actually converts it over to Celsius. You can hit that switch and convert it over from Celsius to Fahrenheit, and it'll go ahead and pull a string out on the screen. Same with the check now for the current weather. The code that I use for this, I went ahead and I got some global variables at the very top. I got a boolean, I got an integer, the text view is string, the edit text, and the switch up there. And I'll go ahead and I connect it to the widgets that are on the application, and we run through here, and the first thing it runs through is that boolean switch. So it wants to double check to make sure if it's Celsius or Fahrenheit. The initial start will start it off as false, which would be Celsius. So we'll convert everything to Celsius. And once we hit the convert button, it'll go ahead and grab the information that's in the string or in the input, and it will take that information and it will run it through a conditional statement, which will actually run it through a different function down here. And it'll go ahead and get the information to see if it's greater than 0, the length of it. So that way you can go ahead and, if there's nothing in there, you can actually run an alert, what I got here, and it'll run actually this alert that I have here. So let's go ahead and check that out. And you can see no temperature was entered, so it won't crash the application if no information was in there. And if there is information in there, I'll go ahead and convert it over, and here's where I got the math. And it'll use that boolean for the switch to determine which math to do. And it'll go ahead and display it directly from the conditional statement to the screen. And I also have that on click for the check now for the current weather. It would actually run through a for loop right here. As you can see, I showed you guys earlier, and it will just tell you whatever it is not. And then once it does reach the actual random number that was generated down here, it will go ahead and jump out of the for loop and display it on the screen. I tried to make it display on the screen immediately, but it kept crashing back like randomly, and it would actually skip a lot of frames. So this is what my file structure looks like. I got arrays, I got integers, I got strings. What I would do differently is probably pick a different topic where I can implement the for loop in it a little easier. For any more clarification, not much. I mean, I used lynda.com a lot to fill in the gaps that I needed to. It actually showed me, it had a very good video tutorial of how to use Android Studio, and that is what I went with this time to go ahead and make my application. It actually runs very nice. I would have to say a lot smoother than Eclipse. If you're going to use it for basic everyday stuff, I didn't find no bugs in it. So I would recommend that if you guys are having problems with Eclipse. Other than that, thank you, and I'll see you guys next week.